Welcome back. Welcome back. Remember that Welcome Back, Connor?
Sure.
What would he have to say about it? 10-4, good buddy. 10-4.
Well, you know what? It's not as bad as it looks because at the end of the third quarter, we're only down by a touchdown.
Right. Okay.
And, you know, if we pick it up on their 20-yard line, we might have a chance.
Yeah. Wrong game there, Peckham.
10-4? What would you call it? I mean, seriously, that's a football score.
Yeah.
That is not a hockey score.
It's certainly been a rough one for the Sarnia Sting out there.
No,
it's just.
And that's our second period. I'm fearing for the third.
But we talk about the Sting and what they're not doing and da-da-da-da. Let's talk about Flint. This is a really strong team. They've been strong all season. Not saying that they're unbeatable by the Sting, but, I mean, we're up against some pretty tough odds here.
You know,
and I'm not making excuses.
No, it's not an excuse.
But it's still tough odds out there.
Sure, it's absolutely true. Flint does have a good team.
Yeah.
We've known that. This season has been a good
big
building
team.
year for them. Big team, lots of very skilled players. Absolutely, they're playing their game and taking it to us. That's their job. That's when they come here. That's their job, and they're doing a good job of it.
Yeah.
You know, we on the other hand are struggling a little bit. I think, you know, for me, some of the stuff that's going wrong right now is I want to talk about three things. Number one, passing into the skates. It's just terrible. It's so hard because you can't create forward momentum. If you're receiving a pass and it's coming into your skates, it's stopping you from going forward. You actually have to turn around, and we tend to be retreating a lot because of that. You put it where the guy's going to be, we create forward momentum. You know, we've had lots of play in their zone, right? I mean, even like that last goal was by us was brilliant.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it was great. It was one of those persistent.
I would say all the four goals have been great goals.
3 shots, like 2 rebounds. Finally nails the third rebound for a score. It was great. He just did not give up.
Yeah.
Everybody else had peeled off and stuff. He just pushed it right, and it worked for us. I like that. So that was good. But passing into the skates, passing behind our guys, that's got to stop.
All right, number 2 now.
Number 2 is the chop. I got no other way to explain it except the chop. What's happening is that the puck comes into the boards, and the guy's coming up on the boards, and our tendency is to take the stick and just kind of chop at it. And what ends up happening invariably is that it does a great job of coughing up the puck, right? So it takes it out of Flint's control. But the problem is we're not winning enough of those, what happens after the chop.
Okay.
We're not first to the puck in a lot of cases. So it comes into the forward zone, comes into our defensive zone. They do the dump and run. They're first to the puck. We do the dump and run. They're first to the puck. That's a problem. Okay, so the chop, that's got to stop. We need to pick up that puck, or we need to win more of those post opportunities.
Yep.
Okay, because we're creating too many turnovers for that. And I did say 3 things, right? The third thing is I think we have some chemistry issues out there. I hate to speak poorly, but I will tell you, I think Eric Kjort is having not a great game today. I mean, he's -5. Sorry, that brings me to the third piece. That was just the trigger. The real part is, I don't know where in the Sarnia Sting strategy it says if the puck is in our zone and we're playing defense, we need to collapse on our goalie. We can't be a screen for our own goalie.
Right. There you go.
We have to stop that. Right? We have to take it more out to the top of the circle and push them back in our defensive zone. We need to play a much wider defense. Let the goalie do his job. If it makes it past our D, great. But we're collapsing in on our goaltender and creating all kinds of opportunity for Flint that doesn't need to be there.
Right.
That has to stop.
They're already a strong team, and they're already outweighing us in many different ways. Don't give them any more.
And Flint automatically puts one of their guys, like, literally right in front of our goalie. and then we send 2 guys in to try and get him out, but they don't do that job. Now you got 3 guys in front of our goaltender, and these are big guys. You're creating this natural screen, and our goalies are being hung out to dry.
Right.
And offensively,
they're certainly having to work hard, that's for sure.
And offensively,
and then you get tired.
Sure. On the other side of this, offensively, we don't put a guy in front of their goaltender. So they're keeping us out at the blue line or out at the top of the circle. Right? And look what happens when we get in tight. That Ty Voigt's goal, we were in tight. We were in the crease and making it happen and creating some real persistent offense, and it worked. But all of our shots from the point, they're whistling wide, ringing off posts, they're going everywhere. And that's a problem. Our offense should be going deep, and our defense should be remaining strong a little bit further out. That's my 3 things.
Is that 3?
3 things.
It seemed like 5 to me, but.
Oh, maybe it was 5.
That's okay. No, you make a lot of good points out there. I don't think nobody could argue with you on what's happening.
Well, I have
there.
a lot of time to think about it when it's 10-4. Let me tell
well,
you.
I know. I'm sure you do.
I'm stewing.
Yeah. Well, and the frustration just builds, right?
For the fans too.
For the fans too. Yeah, I'm sure it's not just this thing that are frustrated right now. But you make a good point there when you talk about the chemistry or lack thereof. If you put everything else that we've talked about all season about this hockey club, and now you add that into the mix of it all, it just makes it like are they not taking the right direction in all of this?
See, good-looking ladies walking by, you wave and you lose your train of thought.
Oh no, they're sitting up right beside me there in the booth.
So in other words, you're totally not in the right frame.
Yeah, Barry Loxton's out there. He says. 10-4, I am speechless.
Yeah. You should be here. And then you could be
if you were here, you wouldn't be speachless. If you were sitting with Jay Peckham, you wouldn't be speechless. You'd have words.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yes.
What else can we say about this? It is what it is right now. It's 10-4 for Flint, and it's 37 to our shots on goal 24. Which
we did get quite a few more shots on goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
In that period, it was a much better period that way. I think we played reasonably well, but we're giving up opportunity. We're handing it to them on a
which
silver
is
platter
something,
right now.
And we've seen in the post-game interviews something that has been happening as a game.
Yes.
We're giving it to them. We're going here.
Yep.
And I think, in all the frustration and all of this, you make a lot of good points, but at the end of the day and all of this, the super biggest frustration has got to be, we know we're giving it to them. We know what mistakes we're making. Why can't we fix it? Because they have to know. It's simple textbook hockey, I would think. Okay, there's the other elements, size and all that other stuff, but it's just simple textbook hockey that we don't seem to be able to get back to. So hopefully they can change that around.
And that's fair enough observation. I would say I agree.
Get back to the fundamentals.
Fundamentals, yeah.
Basics.
The passing game.
Start there,
100%.
and then you can fancy it up a little bit if you want.
Yep.
And let's forget about being fancy, period, actually. You don't get points for being fancy.
Well, and you know what? Because we do have a lot of guys that are doing the toe drag and stuff like that. They're taking the puck solo into traffic. and they're playing the little fancy card, which ends up in a turnover 9 times out of 10.
Barry says Jay's a little worked up.
Well, you know what? I'm sitting here watching a 10-4 game.
You haven't seen anything yet. Yeah. I've seen it worse before. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go back out there. They'll be out here in about 6 minutes' time. And Corinder's watching. He says he's watching it on TV. I'd like to know how you're watching it, Corinder. Send me a message.
Tell me through the web.
Well, maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway. We'll see what happens. We will be post-game, and boy, I can't wait for that. At least when I was talking to Sam Bitton down there, that was like the end of the first period. So,
sure, but I do want to say, this was again not an Ethan Langevin thing, because clearly Gaudreau's having a similar challenge. It's 10 goals. It's 5 apiece.
Here's the problem.
You know what I mean? It's defensive problem.
The problem is Flint.
The problem is Flint. We've labeled it.
Right.
We're having a Flint problem right now.
We're having a Flint problem right now. Nothing new to this.
I'm okay with that.
All right, here we go. Okay,
we need some steel to go with it. That's what it is. Little Flint, little steel, create some fire.
Jason, director, can you do that thing again? Okay, there we go.
No, this is keep going. This is wrap it up.
Okay, wrap
Just
it
saying,
up.
just
Okay,
saying. This is wrap it up.
Do I have a saying
It's
here?
a theater thing.
I've lost control. Not that
that's it.
Not that I ever really had it. Okay, here we go for the show live on location. I'm David Burrows, my good friend Jay Peckham.
Go Sting, go!